For over 35 years, the Cacciatore family has provided state-of-the-art auto collision repairs. V&J Auto Body is not only certified to repair all makes and models, V&J is one of the few auto body repair shops certified by Tesla to repair and recalibrate their own automobiles, as well as other electric and hybrid vehicles. Detailed repairs combined with award-winning concierge service makes V&J the only choice for your collision repair needs. V&J will pick up your automobile wherever on Long Island you are, provide you with a rental, and deliver your vehicle when the job is complete. Too good to be true? Visit VJAutobody.com. That's VJAutobody.com. Come over and meet the crew. VJ Auto Body's 2 state-of-the-art facilities are equipped with the latest technologies in auto repair. Let V&J communicate with your insurance company for you and deliver back to you a detailed, perfectly repaired vehicle. Contact V&J Auto Body by visiting VJAutobody.com or call 631-226-0070. That's 631-226-0070. Welcome, everyone, to another exciting episode of Crash Course Radio. Welcome and good afternoon. This is your humble host, Peter Crouch, of course, the one and only, using talent on loan from God. I swear I don't know where it comes from. Well, maybe it comes from God, right? Hey, anyway, seriously, welcome to the show, Crash Course Radio. We are live in the studio as always. All right, so if you have something on your mind, you'd like to speak to us, give us a call here at 631-451-1039. When I say us, I mean me, because there's no one else in the studio here today but me. All right, so 631-451-1039. All right, that brings you in here live right to me. You can talk to me. We have helped many people on the show and continue to do so, and we are always very humble and excited to be available for that effort and that purpose. Hey, if you've been a long-term listener to the show, well, thank you very much. Really appreciate you listening to us, all right, and your support. If you're just stopping by today, you just turn the dial and you're like, what is this guy? What is he all about? Hey, I get it, man. Been there, done that. All right, but stick around, all right, because I guarantee you're going to hear something, learn something, you'll be scratching your head and thinking to yourself, wow, I never knew that. Or maybe I never even actually thought about it, right? That's what we like to do here, stimulate the mind, all right, especially with the areas that we concentrate in, which is insurance and auto body and collision, all right, and all the affiliated businesses. Not the most exciting stuff, but stuff that definitely touches our lives, folks, whether we want to admit it or not. All right, it's things that I just don't think we all spend enough time, dedicate enough time to understanding, right, for sure, and probably putting a lot of effort in, all right? And we've spoken about that at length here, all right? Hey, before we really get wound up into things here, so exciting stuff happening for us, right? We've just crawled into our second year, and we will be live on the air for another year, thanks to our great sponsor, V&J Auto Body. All right, V&J Auto Body over in Lindenhurst, in New York. Terrific place. All right, I should know. I've been working there now for 7 years. All right, great guys. Thanks very much to James and Chandler Ravone for all your support and dedication, both to the industry and to Collision Services Network, and of course, Crash Course Radio. All right, so if you need your car fixed, hey, if you have a Tesla, enough said, folks. You got to be going to V&J Auto Body, all right? We were the first in Suffolk County to be certified, and we have fixed thousands of these cars now. We've perfected it, all right, both logistically and technically, and that is the place you need to be if you have a Tesla and you need to get your Tesla fixed. Don't forget, we also operate a satellite office in beautiful downtown Southampton, all right, out there, I forget what street, Nugent. I think they're on Nugent Street. All right, so if you're familiar with that area, stop by, say hello. We got the wonderful and one and only George who works out there for us. George is available for your questions. All right, he has all the answers. So if you're out in the Southampton area or the Hamptons and you're looking for a great Tesla partner, all right, when it comes to auto body, then please stop by our Southampton office, V&J in Southampton on Nugent Street. All right. Hey, and also want to say about exciting things. All right. Really big stuff happening here, both for Collision Services Network and Crash Course Radio. You can now find us on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, and of course, Facebook. Been doing some amazing stuff there. All right. Thanks to the hard work and effort of our amazing social media manager, Anthony. All right. He does fantastic stuff. He just waves his magic wand and he just keeps moving us ahead. All right. So really appreciate his help. and in pushing us to the next level, folks. So if Spotify, YouTube, if that's your thing, hey, please check us out. Right, YouTube is a creature of mine that never really got going, and now thanks to the expertise that we brought on board here, we're really starting to see things go in a new direction. It's great. All right, we just continue to evolve, get better, get more efficient, get more exciting. All right, we continue to grow also. All right, I mentioned this and I want to mention it again. Exciting stuff here. We added a new partner. All right, for those folks out there in Nassau County, you now have a reliable, trustworthy, and professional body shop, independently owned, mind you, of course, that is going to fix your car the way you want it, not the way the insurance guys want it. All right, they're going to look out for your interests, and that would be Paul Wilson, the proud owner of Northern Boulevard Collision. All right, so if you're in the Great Neck area, give those folks stop by and give those folks a hello. All right, if you need collision work, then that's the place you need to go, folks. All right, they are a small family-owned business. All right, they are small to give you the personal touch, but big enough to give you the results that you expect and deserve. All right, so welcome, Paul and his crew over there. Thank you very much, guys, for joining Collision Services Network. All right, we continue to grow with adding on amazing network partners like these guys over there at Northern Boulevard Collision. All right, and you can reach them at 646-247-4139. All right, they are located at 325A Great Neck Road, Great Neck, New York. All right, and that's Paul and the gang over there, Northern Boulevard Collision. So congratulations again, guys, and welcome aboard. We look forward to many long years of working together and helping out the folks out there. All right, really good stuff, right? Hey, speaking of good stuff, so if you've been following the show, you know my gig, you know what we're about here, right? You know the mantra by now. We love to say we are giving you information and knowledge you need and can use, and more significantly, advice you can trust, all right? And that is never so true as that when the phone rings and somebody needs help. And we've helped many people now so far, thanks to this radio show, Crash Course Radio, okay, and also through Collision Services Network. So if you have a problem and it involves insurance, either filing a claim or you're thinking about filing a claim, or maybe you're involved in an insurance claim, maybe your car is at a body shop now and it's not exactly turned out to be the experience that you thought it would, and you have questions, you know, we've got answers. Okay, it's never too late. All right, maybe too late to change the outcome, but we can definitely help you mitigate the issues, and then hopefully help you with the future. All right, so 631-451-1039. That's 631-451-1039. You get to talk to little me here in wonderful studio 103.9. So Crash Course Radio, right? Like I said, we just crawled into our new year, and we'll be going strong for another year here, helping the folks and supporting and promoting the privately owned and operated auto body industry here across the wonderfully beautiful fruited plains of Long Island. All right, and we hope to move into the boroughs and statewide eventually. Right now, we're concentrating our efforts on Long Island, all right, Nassau and Suffolk. And folks, we are the real one and only voice of the independently owned and operated auto body industry, all right? Bar none, folks. You might hear that in some other places, all right, and in some other form or fashion, but you heard it first here. Crash Course Radio is the true voice of the auto body industry, all right? And why is that? Well, you're listening to me now, right? We're the only folks that are getting behind this microphone, all right, every Tuesday. I've been doing this for over a year now, and I get to speak to you fine folks out there, all right? And we love it. I love it. All right, my team loves it. And it's great. Okay, we've made quite an impact on individuals already, both on the collision side and the insurance side. All right, so we're doing great stuff here. We're going to continue the great stuff. We're evolving. We're getting better. All right, and we're going to be able to better serve the folks out there. All right, hey, listen, a lot of information available, folks. All right, make no mistake about it. We all know that, right? You've heard the information highway. All right, I call it the information hell highway, information highway from hell. But the issue today is, especially when it involves insurance or an insurance claim or auto body collision, the information is there, but here's the problem, folks. It's the delivery, right? Think about it. You have all this information floating around, right? You want to make an insurance claim, you call your insurance company, but guess what? The person on the other end, they're filtering that information through another prism, right? Either the prism of the script they're told to read or their own prism. Right? Either their own biases or their own opinion based either on their experience in that industry Okay, well, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Now with Collision Services Network and Crash Course Radio, all right, you now have an unbiased source, all right, for information and knowledge, all right, regarding insurance products, insurance processes, filing claims, insurance claims, all right, liability issues, and most importantly, auto body, all right, auto body and collision, all right, things that we've proven here in the past most people don't really spend a lot of time about, right? All right, so there's the music. All right, those crazy low riders. I actually saw a low rider on the weekend. It was hysterical, pulled up next to me. They're actually high low riders. This guy had the front end up and the back end down. I cracked up because immediately I thought about our music here. All right, so we're in a little break, and you know the drill. I will see you folks back in a little bit here. All right, welcome back, everyone, to the most exciting show here in the afternoon on Tuesdays. That's Crash Course Radio with your humble host, Peter Krausch. All right, thank you for joining us here for another exciting episode of Crash Course Radio. All right, again, reach me at 631-451-1039, 631-451-1039. Folks, if you have to file an insurance claim, all right, you've never done this before, all right, it can be a daunting, complex task, all right? And unfortunately, in some circumstances, it can be intimidating. All right, I know this professionally and personally because I've been working in this industry for most of my adult life. In fact, for the last 7 years, I have been involved on the collision side. All right, I work for V&J, which is our amazing sponsor of this Crash Course Radio show. All right, I'm a customer service expert, a licensed New York State licensed adjuster, as well as a manager over there. All right, participate in many different activities, none of which, of course, is helping customers navigate through the claims process. Right? What I mean by navigate is exactly it, navigate. It's not as simple as just pick up the phone and you get somebody on the other end from the insurance company and you file the claim. Folks, I see this on a weekly basis. All right, people come in, they've already filed their claim. All right, they've already reported things to the insurance company. They've already spoken to the insurance company. They've already made the claim. They've already gone through the motions, and then they come to me, and I either one of three things. I either pick up that there's additional damages that they didn't see or didn't report, right? Or perhaps there's disparities in the factual context of the accident itself, how the accident happened, which, again, is going to impact the damages on the vehicle, right? Or what damages may or may not be able to be covered as a result of that. Very important stuff, right? You could tell me. I tell everybody when they come into the show. I tell everybody, listen. You could tell me anything. Everybody's telling the truth when they walk in the door. All right. But here's the problem. All right. It's the insurance guys we got to convince. All right. And that's why it's very important. And we talk about this at collisionservicesnetwork.com. All right. Please go to collisionservicesnetwork.com to stay informed, stay updated on things. All right. Especially in matters involving a claim, filing a claim, and finding a network auto body shop partner. All right, but getting back to what I was saying here about when you're involved in an insurance claim, right? So if there's damages on your vehicle, all right, and they may not be consistent, all right, with what you told the insurance companies, well, guess what? When their guy shows up or their girl shows up, it's not happening. Okay, now I'm a professional. All right, and I have to say an expert at negotiating. Okay, so I do a very good job of mitigating that circumstance. However, it is what it is. Right, and that's why we stress at Collision Services Network, and I've talked about it here at Crash Course Radio many, many times. Oftentimes, all right, many times, rather than not, is the case that your experience with your claim, oftentimes than not, will matter from how you reported that claim. Right? So how your initial report to that insurance company was made will dictate your experience. And what I mean by experience is it going to go smooth? Is it going to go the way you want? Right? Are all the damages on the car going to get covered? Right? I don't know. I'd like to fix everything when people come in. But truth of the matter is, folks, is that from the second that you call them and make that claim, that sets up the entire framework, right? The entire narrative for the rest of the claim. So you don't want to be in a position with these guys to work backwards, is what I'm saying. All right. You want to be truthful, consistent, all right, and thorough when you make a report. Okay. You want to be thorough, consistent, and truthful. All right. And all that has to come together to paint the picture, right? To establish a narrative, right? And establish a framework for your claim. So when people do this on their own, oftentimes things don't go quite as well as they would have liked. All right. And by the time they come to me, then we're kind of working backwards, trying to do damage control and trying to kind of right the ship. All right. And we do a very good job because of myself and my partner and many other professionals there, which, by the way, collisionservicesnetwork.com, folks, right? Any one of our network partners, you go over there and you grab one of these guys. All right. All of them have, many of them have ex-insurance professionals who are very, goes without saying, they're very well versed in New York State Insurance Reg 64 and New York State insurance law, right? And so you can rely on these people, these folks, all right, to make the right decisions for you and to handle your claim the right way and to interact with the insurance companies, right? But guess what? Makes it easier for everybody if this starts off from the beginning the right way, all right? So please, what we like to say is before you call them, you should be speaking to us. Right? Them, of course, being the insurance guys. All right? Now, we realize that there's circumstances where you can't. All right? You might be in a situation where you absolutely have to call it in right away. I mean, whatever it is, it could be injuries, it could be location, you could be out of state, whatever it is. That's fine. That's going to happen. But in a majority of the times, that's not the case. All right? So don't do this on your own. All right? Don't go to your agent. It's not necessary to report this through your agent. All right? You simply come to a Collision Services Network shop, all right, and they will go ahead and they will walk you through the process, all right? They will be with you hand in glove from beginning to end, all right, and we will make sure that that your claim gets reported properly, all right, accurately, all right, and truthfully, okay? And we want to make sure that these guys understand what's going on, all right? What I mean by what's going on is, hey, this is the accident, this is how it happened, this is how the impact occurred, and these are the damages. Just like that. Right? This way there's no getting in the weeds. There's no gray area. All right? We paint the picture. The picture gets put down on canvas. When their guy or girl comes in, the negotiations take place and they proceed without a hitch. And we get the agreed price. Right? That's what happens when you go to a professional establishment like V&J or Collision Services Network. Right? Or Paul and his friend, his staff over there at Northern Boulevard Collision. Okay? That's the difference, folks. I've been stressing this here now for quite a while on Crash Course Radio. All right, the days of throwing a dart up against the wall, or calling Uncle Sammy down the road, or or your friend around the corner, and where'd you get your car fixed? I got it fixed by Joe Blow on the corner. When was the last time you fixed your car? 1985. Wow, he's still in business. All right, sounds great. He's still in business. That's great. Yeah, the only problem is, guess what? He still thinks it's 1985 fixing the car. And you're driving a car from the 21st century. I don't know. Do we really want that guy touching the car? No offense to him. He could be a great craftsman, right? But here's the problem. Being a great craftsman from 1985 is very different from 2022, folks. All right? The metal on the cars back then doesn't compare to the metal today. Right? The gauge of the metal was much different, and oftentimes it was much heavier. There was much more metal involved, right? Today it's the other way. It's plastic and a whole host of other materials, right? I think I spoke about this a little bit last week. You can have some cars that can have anywhere from, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 different materials on them. Okay, so again, just knowing that this guy's been around for the last 30, 40, 50 years, okay, that's good. I mean, he's got longevity, he's got staying power, but I got to tell you, you walk into some of these places, and unfortunately, it still looks like he's doing business in 1980, all right, 85. So not good, all right? Again, no offense. There's room enough in this business for people like that to find a niche, all right? But you really got to ask yourself, is that where you want your 21st century car to end up? I don't know. I don't. I don't. Okay, there are. It's simply just a fact, folks. There's no right or wrong about it. It's just the way it is. All right. It's like I think I made a little bit of a joke last week about the Etzel and the horse and carriage, right? Or the model. Let's even see the Model T. People used to see that thing on the road. They laugh at Ford. They'd be like, look at this idiot. What a jerk. I'll see you later. And they're running down the road with their horse and buggy. Well, guess what? Who got the last laugh on that deal, right? The horse and buggy went to the barn and never came out. Okay? That was the end of the horse and buggy. All right? So, the car prevailed. And it's no different in the auto body industry today, right? Technology, progress, and the future. All right? It's all coming together in the auto body industry as well. Hey, the music is queuing up. All right, we got the low rider coming down the road again. Like I said, high-low rider. It's hysterical. I actually saw a high-low rider car. I looked over, it drove right up next to me. I couldn't believe it. I was cracking up. Like I said, he had the nose all the way up and the back down. Pretty wild stuff. All right, folks, we'll see you in a little bit here. Hang in there. For over 35 years, the Cacciatore family has provided state-of-the-art auto collision repairs. V&J Auto Body is not only certified to repair all makes and models, V&J is one of the few auto body repair shops certified by Tesla to repair and recalibrate their automobiles as well as other electric and hybrid vehicles. Detailed repairs combined with award-winning concierge service makes V&J the only choice for your collision repair needs. V&J will pick up your automobile wherever on Long Island you are, provide you with a rental, and deliver your vehicle when the job is complete. Too good to be true? Visit VJAutobody.com. That's VJAutobody.com. Come over and meet the crew. VJ Auto Body's 2 state-of-the-art facilities are equipped with the latest technologies in auto repair. Let V&J communicate with your insurance company for you and deliver back to you a detailed, perfectly repaired vehicle. Contact V&J Auto Body by visiting VJAutobody.com or call 631-226-0070. That's 631-226-0070. Hello again. Welcome back, everyone, to another amazing episode of Crash Course Radio. Thank you for joining us this afternoon here. My name, of course, is Peter Krausch. I am the owner and founder of Collision Services Network. All right, thanks for stopping by. And, of course, Crash Course Radio. All right, where we are frustrating the heck out of the insurance guys. All right, and doing it with one arm tied behind my back. Raw talent, I tell you. We love it. Hey, folks, YouTube, Spotify. All right, there's some of the new social platforms you can now find us on. All right, YouTube, Spotify, all right, as well as Instagram and Facebook. All right, there are some pretty nifty videos and some slides and photos and all kinds of exciting stuff there, as well as unlimited knowledge and information. All right, so YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, go check us out there. If you're an action hero, one of those, more so than the other, well, then welcome. Check us out. All right, and speaking about checking out, you can check me out here. We are live in the studio, 1039-631-451-1039. All right, that brings you in to talk to little old me. Hey, the last segment, we like to do what's called an open mic, all right, when we can evolve that. So I'm going to throw a little gauntlet question out there. How many people out there know anything about, let's go with a policy question. All right. So endorsements. All right. I want somebody to give me a call and tell me what an endorsement is. 631-451-1039. Folks, this is a very important matter. I spoke about this briefly. We had a really great caller actually bring this up. Wasn't even part of the show. He just called in and wanted to know about it. I guess he worked it into the conversation, but it was a great call. So it was an interesting subject, all right? And it's endorsements, okay? This is something that affects you, all right? And most of us know nothing about it until we have a claim, and then bingo, we get stung because we're told that, we're not going to be getting something that we thought we were, right? 631-451-1039. Somebody give me a call and tell me what an endorsement is and why it's so important and why you need it or may need it, all right? Hey, anyway, so the insurance companies, all right? They're in the insurance business, not the collision business, right? I've said this very, very often. So, folks, why do we let them dictate where we get our car repaired? You shouldn't. I've been saying this for months now. You wouldn't go to a foot doctor for a heart problem, right? So you never want to let the insurance companies just where you have your car fixed. Bar none, folks. All right? And the other thing is let's not mention the amazing little story, the thing we started here. All right, you heard it first here on Crash Course Radio. Just say no. All right, we have resurrected the Nancy Reagan program from back in the 80s, which was say no to drugs. We're saying just say no to photo estimates. All right. So kudos to Nancy Reagan. We've resurrected her program again. Not Nancy Reagan, but we resurrected her program. All right, folks, listen. Insurance companies, very aggressive, right? Very good at looking for ways to cut costs, right? What do I always say? They do it when, where, and often, and it oftentimes not starts when you pick up the phone to file your claim. And guess what? Literally pick up the phone. Because as soon as you get on the phone and they get all the niceties out of the way, first thing you're going to hear is, can you take pictures of your damaged car and send them in to us? And your answer is going to be no, right? Because you've been listening to my voice here on Crash Course Radio. Folks, that's probably the worst thing insurance companies ever come up with. And they've come up with some winners before. This is doing nothing for you, the consumer, and me, but it's tremendous help to the insurance guys, right? That's why they do it. See, I was an insurance professional for many decades. Folks, when they come up with a program, oftentimes or not, it's to benefit them. All right. Yeah, is there a tertiary effect? Sure. They would tell you that. Hey, it's great for our insured. You know, they don't have to go out in the rain and bring their car anywhere. Send us a few photos and we'll do all the work. Here's the problem, folks, and this is a fact. This is not up for debate. Those photo inspections result in a 98% supplement rate. All right. What that simply means to you and me is that 98% of the time, that estimate does not reflect, all right, the damages on your car. Translated into insurance speak, they're not giving you the money that you deserve for your claim. That's it, point blank. All right. And that's why they want you to do it. They're not going to tell you that. They're going to say, no, this is great. You know, you're going to get a check right away. Yeah, you're going to get a check right away for not enough money to fix your car. Now, what happens then? Now you come into a body shop like mine and I look at the estimate and I say, wow, they left off 3/4 of the damages on the car and the procedures and processes and materials. So that now you just incur a time factor, right? Because now I got to try and get these people back. And in New York State, that's usually 4 days that they have to come back. So now your car's laying around 4 more days, right? And then I have to start over and renegotiate the claim. It just spells frustration and a lot of other issues, all right? None of which is financial for you, all right? So please, folks, just say no, all right? You don't have to get into any kind of squabbles with them. Just simply say, hey, I listen to that guy on the radio, Crash Course Radio, and I know my rights and expectations, and I don't think I'm going to participate in that. I'm more comfortable if you guys go over to my body shop, and I'm going to let those guys handle everything, all right? And then you let us handle it. Or you let one of our amazing network partners from Collision Services Network handle it. CollisionServicesNetwork.com, folks. That's where you need to go. All right. If you're in an accident and your car's been damaged and you're looking for an amazing body shop, CollisionServiceNetwork.com. Now, if God forbid you're injured, okay, and you're looking for an amazing personal injury attorney, folks, these are a dime a dozen out there. Right? I'm not preaching to the choir here on this. Okay, it speaks for itself. I mean, you know, they're on the radio, TV, they're all over. They're on, you know, train stations, plastered on billboards. I'm going upstate 2 weeks ago to go fishing, and I'm driving through, I don't know, I guess maybe Sullivan County or whatever counties before, Sullivan County before Delaware. There had to be one billboard after another, and it's one personal injury attorney after another. I'm laughing. I'm saying these guys all can't be the best, okay? They're all telling you, all right, but they can't. Hey, listen, go to CollisionServiceNetwork.com and get the best. All right, our personal injury attorneys are the best, folks, and they're best for 2 reasons. One, they're small enough to give you the personal touch that you need, all right, and require, especially when you're dealing with injuries, all the emotional issues with that, and trying to heal and get better. All right, and they're going to be there with you. And they're not going to hand you off to some graduate from law school and they're like, here, take this case. Go have fun with this. No. All right, these guys are going to take your case, all right, and they're going to walk the walk with you all the way. All right, so they're small enough for that, and they're large enough for the outcome that you expect and deserve. All right, so please, CollisionServiceNetwork.com. If you're injured, if you're looking for a great law firm to represent you, and what do we always say here? Shop your insurance. Should be doing this twice a year, folks. We're all responsible for this ditty. All right, and get your insurance policy. I don't even think anybody even looks at the top. The top is what's called the deck page. declaration page, right? That gives the basic idea what it is you just bought. How many people look at that when they leave? Nobody, probably. All right, I know I do, but most people don't. Folks, you got to shop your insurance, though. All right, and I've explained this over the months. Very, very important. You should be doing that at least twice a year, every 6 months. All right, if you got a mutual policy, that's every 6 months it renews. You should be taking a look. Make sure you got the insurance you need, or maybe you have too much. You don't need it anymore. All right, you're paying for stuff you don't need, or maybe not paying for what you do need. All right, and one important issue of that I would mention to you is underinsured and uninsured motorists. All right, there's an epidemic of that, folks, here on Long Island. A lot of people driving without insurance. Okay, you get hit by one of these clowns, and you're going to be in deep duty. All right, forget about your car damage. God forbid you're injured. You got nowhere to go. All right, and if you don't have uninsured, underinsured motorists, all right, or you don't have the right limits, all right, you're going to be in deep duty. You're going to think you're going to sue that guy or that girl if they're driving around with no insurance. How many assets do you think they're going to have? How much in assets do you think they're going to have that you're going to be able to get anything out of them in court? Forget it, right? So shop your insurance, and DKM Risk and those fine folks over there can help you do that. All right, DKM Risk is located in Hauppauge. They're a full-service independent brokerage firm. All right, Lisa and her team are experts at property and casualty as well as contract insurance. All right, like I said, folks, this is what we do here. We keep you informed, right? We give you information and knowledge you need and can use, advice you can trust. All right, listen, I want somebody to call in. I want an answer to the question. What are endorsements, all right? Are they important, and do we need them on our policies? 631-451-1039. I'll see you in a bit. All right, welcome back, everyone, to Crash Course Radio, and I am, of course, Peter Crouch, your humble host, as always, live in the studio here at 103.9. We have a caller on the phone, Tim Johnson from Selden. Tim, welcome to Crash Course Radio. What's on your mind, Tim?
Hey, Peter, how you doing?
Good.
Not bad, not bad. Just had a couple of comments I'd like to make on the information you're providing, if you allow me a moment.
Absolutely. Go right ahead, Tim.
All right, awesome. So first off, I want to start. Great information that you do provide.
Thank you.
I got a couple of concerns when the first thing you brought up as far as the body shop. So I've been in the body shop industry for 40. Well, my family has been in 45 years. We're not a network facility. Network facilities do have their pluses and minuses, but for the most part, we evolve with time, just like anything else. So I took it a little personal. You said those mom and pop shop that's at the corner, we do just great work as a V&J or any other of these big multi-million-dollar companies. So just a little feedback there. Not all old timers. We do evolve. We do the training. I'm obviously younger. I was born into the family.
Okay.
But we can all repair cars the same way. As that. So just want to, put that out there.
Yeah. Hey, Tim, listen, look, I'm not here to demonize. I talk about the insurance guys, and I always make it very clear to the listeners that we're not here to demonize the insurance guys, right? They have a role to play. It's a significant role, right? We couldn't be a civil society without them. But, it's our opinion that that role should be very, very minimal, okay? With respect to the body shop guys, look, I was an adjuster for almost 30 years. I know everybody from, one end of the aisle to the next in the boroughs. I totally get what you're saying. And you're absolutely right. It does. There's not necessarily any reflection on the level of talent or the product itself, right? I mean, if you're a talented body man, all right, then you should be able to fix a Volkswagen, a Tesla, or anything like that. However, what I do try and highlight here for the listeners is that this is the 21st century, okay, and these cars today, all right, they are very differentiating in the fact that they're basically technology packages on wheels. So by virtue of that, okay, that alone is in most times, okay, a factor in whether or not you can adequately repair the vehicle. What I mean by adequately is there are certain things you need: scanners, certain equipment, certain paint requirements, In the case of the Tesla, right, you need to be able to access Tesla's toolbox. All right, so things like that. So that's what we speak of when we speak of the smaller shops versus the big shop. And look, listen, I got many guys I know that are smaller oriented shops, and they're run efficiently. They have very good profit margins because they can be very efficient, right? With the bigger guys have tremendous overhead, and their business processes and their efficiencies might be very low. So there is tremendous upsides to being a small, efficiently run shop, without a doubt.
Absolutely. I definitely agree. I just wanted to point that out there. And one other point I wanted to make is that, obviously you don't have the expertise that you have, but I was an adjuster with Allstate for about 7 years.
Oh, nice. So you know the pain.
Definitely a challenging, but they aren't as bad as you're making them out to seem. Okay. I feel like at the end of the day, it's a business. Same thing, you're promoting your business and how to efficiently and effectively fix a vehicle. Right. They're in the business to, save money, but it's not at the cost of the customer.
Gotcha.
It's more of, part usage, aftermarket parts that they're utilizing,
right.
in a used part versus a new. But I do agree with far as the photo inspections. I would not go with that. But at the end of the day, a supplement is a supplement. If they do need to call it in, the shop, a lot of times when they're writing those supplements, they can't see when they're writing the photo estimate, they write based on what they can see.
Right.
If it's a real big hit, they shouldn't be doing a photo estimate anyway. It should only be light to moderate hits. Right. And then you bring it to the shop, they tear the vehicle down, and they fix it the proper way.
Right. Well, that's true. I mean, we're gonna differ philosophically there, Tim. That's based on my professional as well as personal experience. Okay, I don't think that really has a place. It's a process that was put in place by the insurance companies for the insurance companies. That's it. It doesn't really serve the need of the consumer. The supplement process, you're right, it is available. Okay, and if it's utilized efficiently, it can be cost effective, but that can be a little bit of a drag sometimes, both for the customer and the shop. So, Tim, I just want to, before we let you go, I want to clarify for the listeners, when you said you're not a network, were you referencing like the direct repair programs and, that insurance sponsored programs? Is that what you meant?
Correct.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good to know. Folks, yeah. All right. So folks, Tim's a champion. All right. He's a champion of ours. All right. He's, he's in the same league we are here, folks. He's not participating in the insurance sponsored shops. All right. Those are definitely, that Tim and I are on the same page here. Okay. They are destructive to the consumer and the industry. All right. Hey, Tim, if you wouldn't mind, it's up to you, but I'd like to just keep you over on the other end. All right. And then maybe just hand your information off to my engineer. All right. And I'd like to give you a call and talk a little further on this.
Absolutely.
All right. All right.
Hit the show. I'll continue listening.
All right, man. Thank you very much, Tim. I appreciate your support. Hey, folks. There you have it. Right. That's a great call. All right. Tim Johnson. He's an individual who's in the business himself. Right. Owns a body shop. Okay, so that's what we in the service. That's what we would call boots on the ground. All right, doesn't get any more efficient, more clearer than that. Okay, and that's what we do here at Crash Course Radio, and that is the exact type of call we're looking for. Right, this is feedback from an industry member. I mean, look, I've been saying this forever now. I'm not just a talking head or an academic, right? I'm actually a guy that's doing this day in and day out. Okay, so I speak from experience, practicality, and also real life. All right, so that bears pretty well for you out there. All right, hey, listen, we're getting to the last 3 minutes, 631-451-1039. I don't know if anybody out there is brave enough to test their wits with me with respect to the endorsement question. It's very important, folks. All right, I know somebody's out there probably saying, I know what endorsement is. I hope so, because if you don't, you could get stung. All right, and a lot of insurance companies are graduating, that they're transitioning back to that. All right. It was very commonplace in the 80s when I started in the industry. It's starting to show up again. All right. So please, you need to be aware of that. Endorsements, very important. They could cost you money. All right. On things that you're just assuming may be covered. All right. So we're in the last 2 minutes. All right. Hey, look, folks, before we go here, I just want to remind everybody, the insurance company wants you to take your car to their sponsored shop for one reason. All right. It's to save you money. Insurance company has a contract with their sponsored shop, all right, which encourages them to save money by cutting costs, and that often results in the use of substandard parts, cutting corners on repair procedures, all right, no color matching, and repairing instead of replacement of some parts to save time and money. All right, that's it. Nothing wrong with that. They're a business, okay, but you don't have to help them. None of us should be helping them. All right. They do very well on their own with that. All right. So don't participate in helping them to cut costs. All right. That's not your job. All right. And you're certainly not required to do it under the policy. All right. So by utilizing a contract shop, you're not only that, you're cutting jobs. Okay. And that's another reason why the insurance companies latched onto this. They can control the process, control the outcome, right? Reduce their operating and overhead costs by what? Reducing their labor. They get body shops to do all this. Well, I don't need half the guys I need anymore. All right. And these are great paying jobs. All right. As you heard from Tim. All right. Tim said himself, he worked for a major insurance company for a number of years, just like myself. All right. These are high powered, high quality jobs. All right. They involve a lot of training. They're professional oriented people. All right. And, we're eliminating those good jobs when we participate in things like photo inspections or electing to go to an insurance company spot. Remember, folks, when you go to, if the insurance company tells you to go somewhere, is that guy earning your business? Right? I've spoken about this. Did they earn your business? Not really. You were told to go there. All right? So big difference. And when you get there, how concerned is that guy really going to be, right? If you don't come back, I got another 10 guys that are going to come thanks to the insurance companies. All right, folks? So remember, just say no when it comes to photo inspections. And when it comes to the insurance-sponsored shops, just tell them you're going to go to collisionservicenetwork.com and pick an amazing network partner there who's going to fix your car your way and be on your side and not the insurance side. All right, we are coming to the end of another amazing show here at Crash Course Radio. Right, the excitement never stops. Folks, I think the weather's going to be pretty nice from here on out, I believe, so enjoy it. All right, I don't know how many more days of this stuff we have. But everybody have a good week, a nice weekend, and we will see you back here next Tuesday. I'm hoping to have a very interesting guest on, all right? Thanks, folks. Have a good week.